What's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, ItsMyaJ, and I am back again with another video. So today we are going to be reviewing the new show on Zeus with Karlissa, Toni, and, oh girl, what's that lady name? Hold on. Oh, Tia. There we go, girl. Tia, Karlissa, and Toni, they have a new show on Zeus, and it's supposed to be like a podcast-based show. Girl, we're going to get into it. Their first guest was the game, and girl, it was a mess. Let's get into it. Okay, so at the beginning of the show, before the game actually comes out with his fine girl. Oh, that is a fine man, girl. Anyways, so before the game actually comes out and they begin to interview him and do the little podcast or whatever, girl, Toni is reading the girls down, girl. Listen, you know, you could tell that because y'all know Karlissa and Toni got into it before, girl, and they got down at the Bad versus Wild episode, girl. So, you know, it's still a little tension there, and you could tell, girl. Toni turned over to Karlissa. She said, girl, the only reason why you're here is because you're steady on the internet talking about your grandbaby and about your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically saying, like, and I'm going to put a little stank on it. It's not exactly what she said, but we finna say what she basically said. Like, baby, your only claim to fame is running them suckers about your son and about your grandchild. That's why you're here, baby. Let's clock your tea real quick. Then she turns over to Tia, and she said the only... See, I would say that she clocked Tia, but Tia clocked herself right after that. That is somebody who lives in her truth, child. So she turns over to Tia, and she's like, and the only reason why you're here, baby girl, is because you spent the last 20 years talking about Rick Ross. Tia looked at her and said, actually, it's been 17. It's been 17, not 20, girl. Get it right. Get it right. Thank you. And actually, my son just had his graduation. He's 18. It's been 18 years, baby. Okay, so I kind of just want to get into each person, and then I'll talk about some of the things overall, I guess. So first, I want to get on Karlissa. So me personally, it's just crazy, and it's crazy how Karlissa was the most, I just did not expect it, girl. She was the most classy one there. Karlissa was the only one that had some sense, girl. Like, I was shook. I'm like, girl, I know this is not, Karlissa who be popping it, girl. I know this is not Karlissa who had her body all over Twitter, girl. I know this is not Karlissa, girl. Karlissa was the most classiest one there, child. Okay, girl, she was with the questions, girl. She had a very calm tone. Of course, she had her funny moments. She had her little ratchet moments, but she didn't, she didn't talk out of turn. She asked him questions. I feel like she was respectful. She wasn't, she wasn't doing the most. She wasn't doing the most, girl. I thought I would have never seen a day where Karlissa was the most classiest one in the room, girl. I'm not playing, girl. She was the only one that was acting like she had some sense. Anyways, let's get onto you, Miss Toni. Toni, let's get onto you, girl. Not gonna lie, girl. If you were my mother, no shade. I'm telling y'all, no shade, because I know some of y'all may or may not like her. If you were my mother, if you was my grandmother, keep in mind, this woman is a grandmother. If you were my mother, if you were my grandmother, me personally, it's funny sometimes, but sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes it's just too much. Like, it was cute at first, and then I'm like, as the show kept going on, I'm like, ugh, brother, ugh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, okay, so where do I even start with Toni? Don't get me wrong, Toni is funny. Toni is hilarious. Toni is Toni. Of course, I already knew what to expect before even, turning on my TV and putting on the show. But I'm going to just say this. It's not even more so the way that she acts. It's more so like, it's the way that she represented herself as Blac Chyna's mom, or as she calls herself now, Angela White. Like, if I was Blac Chyna, girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl, I would have probably disowned her, girl. Like, because me personally, who needs an enemy when you have a mother like Toni? Baby, let's get into it. Let's get into it. First of all, game come out, girl, before a game even come out, girl, Tokyo Toni, he did this. Him and my daughter got down. He did it to my daughter. My daughter. My daughter. Like, why do we need to know that? Like, no shade. Like, you're putting your child's business out there. Like, and then he come, and then game. If y'all know game, oh, baby, he gonna match your energy every single time. So this wasn't even like a culture shock to him, or like he was just sitting on the other side of the couch, shook, baby. Listen, he had on his shades. He was calm. He was answering all the questions, baby. He was ready for everything Tokyo Toni. If anything, I feel like he outdid Tokyo Toni, girl. Every single time Tokyo Toni tried to run her mouth or talk out of turn or say something slick, oh, baby, he got her every single time. Girl, so he come onto the couch, and she started talking her ish, right? Girl, Game said he mad because let me tell y'all. Game said she mad because I turned her daughter into a pretzel. What? No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, me personally, you're not gonna talk about my child like that. And listen, it was a key. It was funny, but it's like, I feel like she opened the door for him to continuously disrespect and speak on her daughter. Like, what mother is speaking to a man that did the do with her daughter about what happened between? It just wasn't normal, y'all. It just wasn't normal to me. And then the whole time knowing and continuously repeating that him and Blac Chyna did the do. And you knowing this as Blac Chyna's mother, literally cock your legs, girl, literally bust her legs open and try to show him the cootie cat, girl. Did show him the cootie cat, girl, and flirted with him the whole time. But you married though. And where is your ring? If you're married, where's your ring? It was just so messy, y'all. It was so messy, y'all. Tokyo Toni, baby girl, if you married, first of all, and Carlissa, we're not even gonna skip past the fact that you say that you try to get him to do with your daughter, girl. We're not even gonna skip past that, but like I said, girl, you kept it cute the whole time, so I'm not gonna do too much on you. But Tokyo Toni, you're sitting there acknowledging the fact that he did the do with Blac Chyna, and you still busted it open with no drawers on. Girl, it was just, girl, I cannot believe, girl, I'm watching 3 grandmas cut up like this. I am watching 3 grandmas cut up, like, girl. So you're acknowledging the fact that he done folded your daughter like a pretzel, as he said, girl. Like, and if that was my child that he was talking about, like a normal mother, I would at least been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill out on my daughter. That's my daughter you're talking about. Like, have a little bit of respect, or let's change the subject. Girl, she did not care. Like, girl, she just did not care, girl. Like I said, girl, who needs, like, heavy on this, who needs an enemy when you got a mama like Tokyo Toni, girl? Girl, they just putting Blac Chyna business all out there, girl. He getting into details on how he did to do with Blac Chyna right in front of his mama while his mama trying to crack it open for him, girl. It was a hot mess, girl. And then she married. She kept saying, oh, well, I'm married. Yeah, I'm married. And even Carlissa was like, and I think Carlissa got a little bit serious. Carlissa was like, girl, like, you're literally married and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're flirting with him. And it's like, it's just a hot mess. Carlissa said that, and then Tokyo Toni rolled her eyes and was like, girl, I'm married, girl. Girl, but you're not acting like it, baby. And where is your ring? You just a old, funky, crusty, gap tooth, red lipstick wearing hoe, girl. You is real, girl. You just messy, and you, girl. I don't even know what to call Tokyo Toni, girl. And like I said, girl, me personally, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, girl. If that was Blac Chyna, girl, and especially because it's one, you know what? It's not even one thing. It's still disrespectful, but it's the fact that Blac Chyna is trying to do better with her life. You know what I'm saying? She done changed her name, and I'm sorry for calling you Blac Chyna, girl, but that's what the people know you as. I'm sorry, girl. It's Angela White, though. When I say Blac Chyna, just imagine that I'm saying Angela White. But yeah, so girl, it's one thing, but Blac Chyna is actually trying to change her life. Like, She's actually trying to change her life around, girl. She done took the fillers out of her face, girl. She don't act the same. She trying to change, girl. She living through God, girl. You know what I'm saying? She ditched the Black China name. Girl, she is turning her life around. So it's like, when you have a mother like this who continuously brings up your past and like feeds off of it like a parasite, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl, cut off your mama, girl. Cut off your mama, no shade. Girl, Tokyo Toni done asked this man if he done messed with any T-girls, aka any trans girl. It was a hot mess, girl. Game was like, no, you know what I'm saying? I respect anybody who does that, but I don't do that. What other questions did they ask? They also asked him some good questions, y'all. And Tokyo Toni, girl, you just an old hoe, girl. You just old hoe. Where is your grandchildren, hoe? Girl, this girl asked Game, well, how old is your son? He just graduated. He 18. Oh, he 18. Girl, no. He in college. He said he just graduated. He in college. He 20, I think. He said 20. Girl. Tokyo Toni talking about something. Oh, do he want? Where your son? Yeah, where your girl, you just nasty, girl. He probably old enough to be your grandson. You talking about, girl, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Tokyo Toni was getting on my nerves. It was like, some parts she would have me and she would be so funny and she'll be snapping and you know what I'm saying? But it's like, girl, and then my thing is, it's the whole objective of the show, freakily stuff. Like, let me know. Because, baby, every other question, the only one who was asking real questions was Carlissa. Like, real questions like, how many siblings do you have? Like, have you ever been to jail? You know what I'm saying? Like, asking him real questions. Where are you from? Have you ever been you know what I'm saying? Like, just basically deep diving into him as a person in his life. Him as a father, him as a baby father, him as a boyfriend. Just getting into him. And then we have Tokyo Toni, where her whole entire personality revolves around doing the do and freak-a-leak. Because, baby, every question that I can't even, y'all, it was so bad, y'all. I can't even repeat the questions on here because the video is most likely going to get demonetized, y'all. Like, she was asking some crazy questions, some freak-a-leak, girl. It was crazy, girl. And it's like, girl, why do you want to know that? But I don't know. At the same time, I was kind of intrigued, though. I'm like, okay, but what's your answer? Like, with his fine ass, girl. He is fine, girl. When they told him to take off his glasses, girl, he took off his glasses, girl. I said, ooh, girl, that is a fine man, girl. Let me know if y'all do know the game. Me, personally, I remember when he had multiple shows out on VH1. He had a reality show with his family, which was a good show. And he also had a dating show as well. I think it was on MTV or VH1. Y'all, this was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a reality TV girl. So if it's a reality TV show that came out during my time, girl, I'm saying my time like I'm old, girl. If it's a reality TV show that came out, girl, like I said, in my time, girl, I most likely seen it, and his was definitely one of them. But I'm not gonna lie, he was a little disrespectful towards Tokyo Toni, but I feel like he was trying to like let her know, like, don't play with me, or if you do play with me, baby, I'm gonna match that every single time. Cause girl, I'm talking about when Tokyo Toni even like attempted to play with him, girl, he was not with it, girl. He was calling her, girl, I don't even want to repeat it, girl. He was disrespectful, though. I'm not going to lie. He was disrespectful. He definitely matched Tokyo Toni. I don't know what Tokyo Toni thought she was going to do when he came up in there. But, baby, when I tell you he matched that and very much calmly, too. Tia, I feel like I haven't really talked about Tia much. Girl, Tia got on this live, girl. It was a mess. It was a mess. Keep in mind that Rick Ross and the game are supposedly beefing, and Tia is Rick Ross's baby mama. So, girl, I see why, because at first I'm like, why did Zeus bring him there? Like, I know who the game is. The game is very much popular and well-known and famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, his name rings bells, especially in the California area. Like, I know who he is, but why is he on Zeus? Like, and I was thinking that, but once they actually brought him on and basically kept confronting him about the Rick Ross beef, and then with Tia being Rick Ross's baby mama, I'm like, okay, Zeus is messy. You're messy. Y'all are messy boots. Like, of course y'all brought him on there with somebody that he beefing with, baby mama. Of course. And she's sitting there flirting with him. Girl. But y'all, overall, it was, you know what I'm saying? Overall, it was chaotic, girl. It was a mess. It was a hot mess, like heavy on a hot mess. They spoke they spoke about different things. I'm glad Carlissa was there, girl, because I feel like if it was just Tia and Tokyo Toni, they really wouldn't have gotten much done or wouldn't have gotten much out of him, because they really weren't worried about the stuff that they should have been, girl. Their minds were literally in the gutter. They were asking freakily questions, girl. It was a mess. But good thing Carlissa was there, because baby Carlissa wanted the tea on him. She was very much getting into him. She was deep diving into him. So yes, girl, good job, Carlissa. You know, girl, 10 points, girl. 10 points, Carlissa. 10 points, Carlissa, girl. Y'all know it's been multiple morning wood. Oh my gosh. I hope you two don't trip about this video. It's been, girl, so one of the first questions that they did ask him was about his morning wood, girl. Cause y'all know the game, girl, he don't even be caring, girl. His thing done been all over the internet, girl. So they asked him about that, girl. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, you know it was mine. You know that was mine. Yeah, you know. It was a mess. Like, he matched them so well. No shade. Like, you would think that it would be, like, awkward. Or, like, he like, skip past some questions or dance around some questions or just look at them like, why would you ask me that? I'm not answering that. Girl, when I tell you this man was a open book, girl, he answered every single question, girl. He wasn't playing. And then, girl, he said that it was a mess. Girl, he said, I'm not going to lie. They're funny, though. They're funny. As much as I get on Tokyo Toni, as much as I say, girl, it all came together. I'm not going to say that it's the best show on Zeus. I'm not going to say that, but you know what I'm saying? Because I still feel like Zeus really just be putting out anything. Like, there's really no creativity behind their shows. Like, girl, but I feel like it, you know, sometimes I feel like it did fall a little flat. It wasn't completely perfect. It wasn't a 10 out of 10, but I feel like overall it came together. So what I was finna say was, before I got sidetracked again, because I'm just, girl, ADHD, girl. Y'all already know. Don't even act surprised, girl. He said that he would he said he would do the do with Tokyo Toni at 4 a.m. and he said she got to be gone by 4:30. I'm not gonna lie, girl. He was eating her up. Like, some things I don't even, like, he was eating her up so bad, y'all, that some things I don't even want to repeat, because it's just like, why would you say that to this woman? Carlissa was calling Tokyo out for the way she was acting, girl. I feel like deep down inside, Tokyo Toni was mad because China had him first. Girl, I feel like at some point they were kind of acting like fangirls instead of hosts, but you know, right now I'm just saying random stuff. Girl, it was funny. They were a mess. Girl. Overall, I do feel like he handled the interview very well. Like I said, he was an open book. He was very much patient with them. Girl, it was times where they were all talking out of turn, talking over each other, girl, asking more. Girl, he got to every single question. He answered every single question, honestly, I believe. And yeah, I feel like he did really well. No shade to Zeus. Y'all need to do better. Like, okay, I hate critiquing, but it's like, come on, Zeus. Y'all didn't even have a proper intro for the podcast. Like, it's a podcast. It should have some type of, it was no type of intro. It was no type of theme music, no type of nothing. Like, they just sat these three old hags in a room, put the camera on them, mic them up, and just had them start talking, girl. Me personally, it felt more like a talk show, and not even like that, to be honest. Like, I don't know what this was, but it didn't give podcast vibes at all. Like, y'all could have at least had some little microphones in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the girl, they didn't have none of that, girl. It felt more like a talk show with three hosts, girl. I don't even know. I don't know what to say, girl. I don't. Girl, like I said, he was lighting Tokyo Toni up, girl. He definitely came in there matching her energy, because I just know, more so going more into the show, I just know that Tokyo Toni is going to be on the girls. Like, she going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just going to be Tokyo Toni, and a lot of people cannot handle that. A lot of people, girl, he did not let her do none of that, girl. He was on her like white on rice, girl. I'm not even going to lie. Also, I understand that Tokyo Toni and Carlissa do have past issues, but I don't like how Tokyo Toni kept cutting Carlissa off when Carlissa was asking some of the questions, like, why? And then she would cut her off to say nothing, like to literally say a whole bunch of nothing, or to ask a question that was just, like, she would literally interrupt Carlissa mid-sentence and be like, F all that, like, and then ask a question. Then it's like, the question would be so, like, girl, like, Carlissa was the only one asking real questions. Tia sometimes, not really sometimes, but girl, let Carlissa cook. It is so funny how the game basically kept saying, oh, like, I want a regular girl, like, I don't really like celebrities. And girl, when I tell you all three of them started to clock his tea, girl, they started to list off all the celebrities and well-known people and popular people that in the industry that he messed with. Girl, literally to the point where he was like, how do y'all know this? Like, what's going on here? But it's like, boy, you just said that you only mess with regular girls. Girl, you want a regular girl? What's up? With your fine ass. But anyways, that's all I gotta say about this episode, girl. It was a hot mess. Bye, y'all.